The starting lineup for the visiting Utah Jazz. At power forward.
Awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
I think we are, Kevin. I mean, obviously it was more balanced back in the day, guards and bigs. But with the three-point shot, it has really made this a guard league.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. In at the small and power forward, it's Ingles and Bogdanovich. Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. 5 to shoot. Goes up on the top of the key. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Mitchell passes to Conley. Back to Mitchell. Gobert the screen. The drive by Mitchell. And that one drops.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
Now here's Austin. He's guarded closely. Young from outside. Rebounded by the Jazz. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
That is ferocious. You said it. That was ferocious. Mitchell kicks to Bogdanovich. Now, here's Mitchell. Tight defense on him. Gobert the screen. Here's the floater. Had a hand on it. Collins dishes to Austin. The kick out to Young. Collins, a screen on Conley. Young. Unable to get that one. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
Gobert finds Mitchell. Going inside. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
What tenacity from Mitchell on the drive. Not letting anything trip him up.
It's a floater. Young's shot is off. Jazz trail by 3. You know, Smitty, I know it gets plenty of coverage, but Trae Young's raw talent as a scorer really is just up there on another level.
It is. Trae Young's ability to post over 40 points in a game is truly something special. It takes a ton of confidence to have nights like that, but you know he's doing it all for his team and not just for himself.
Now, here is Young. Lets a floater go, and the layup is good.
Doesn't have to get all the way downhill to the rim to be effective because Trae Young has a trademark floater.
Here's Mitchell. In Sacramento, he was nearly unstoppable. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
The explosiveness of Mitchell puts defenders in a tough spot. That time, he draws the foul.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Well, he wasn't a Burger Chain All-American or a one-and-done college star, but Donovan Mitchell's rapid emergence in the NBA has caught many by surprise.
You know, GA, the first rookie ever to lead a playoff team in scoring. He was handed the keys right away, but he's not satisfied. He still wants more.
And the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Lock at 6. Bogdanovich with it, and guarded by Capella. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Good drive by Bojan Bogdanovich. Developed this nice move that he can attack the closeouts.
Now here's Austin, covered by Mitchell. To the inside, to the left side wing. And there's the...
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Young against Conley. And Capella sends it back.
What a block by Clint Capella. Flying in with those long arm swivels. No.
And the Jazz with some changes. Whiteside comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Clock at 4. Here's Clarkson. Rebound by the Hawks. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution, and you saw the results.
Here's Clarkson following the basket by Trae Young. Floats one. No good. He has missed 3 of his 5 attempts this game. The Hawks leading by 5. Screen by Young. Austin, the pass to Young. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
And it's such a great feeling to come out strong, but it's hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do,
Utah shooting around 41% on the night. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Joe Ingles. Whiteside is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. They recover it. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Now here's Austin. He's coming off a 40-point game against Brooklyn.
you've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Mitchell against Wright. Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Gobert's got his first bucket in this one. The Hawks leading. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says, his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. Kevin, the way they win games, that's saying something.
He is a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Phenomenal player. Thanks, D.A. Austin, the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Love Capella's IQ on the pick and roll, hitting his mark and then getting himself open.
At the top of the key, Gobert. Pass to Whiteside. Back to Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. Over Wright. And it's Mitchell missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Austin. He's got 11. And the shot goes down. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Gobert with a screen for Mitchell. Teardrop shot. The wide open look here for Ingles. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight. Austin, the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
What separates Capella is his quick jumps around the rim. Tremendous athlete.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Hunter against Ingles. Shoots over Capella, and Capella sends it back. Austin kicks to right. He had stolen by Ingles. Mitchell wide open, and the Jazz another 3.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Screen by Capella. To the paint. Utah with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
The effectiveness of Bogdanovich, able to work from anywhere and to get a good shot.
Now here's Austin. Ingles covering. And the dunk by Austin.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Lou Williams is checked in for the Hawks. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. 5th, Joe Ingles.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Williams. The drive by Mitchell. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Here's Austin. Off target from three-point range.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Mitchell against Williams. Here's Gobert, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Steve, the differences between the regular season and playoff basketball. Break them down for us.
You know, Kevin, it's a higher level of intensity, and execution is a must. It's also hard to prepare for the playoffs until you've experienced it.
Eric Pascal, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Rudy Gobert has real enthusiasm for the game. You don't earn multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards if you're not passionate about it.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Mitchell against Williams. The drive by Mitchell. Another shot. He lays it in.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell's got 15.
Don't you love it when Donovan Mitchell throws himself on the offensive glass, putting his athleticism to great use?
Down low. It's stolen by Gobert. Williams against Mitchell. That puts them in the lead.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell's got the lead up to 1 now for Utah. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Jazz.
Their aggressiveness on D has been the most glaring aspect of this game so far. They have the heat turned all the way up in this first half.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
You have to love the strong foundation Clint Capella gives his team. He's incredibly reliable in the paint on both ends of the floor.
O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Joe Ingles. Pass to Clarkson. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Austin, the pass to Bogdanovich. Atlanta again missing. Jazz have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%.
And what you love about Pascal, he goes right at defenders in the paint.
You know, GA, Eric is a bit undersized, but plays without fear. His height is just a number to him.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Capella with a screen on Pascal. It's tipped. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Mitchell. Doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Austin, no luck. Utah trailing here. Here's O'Neal. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Austin. And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball.
And now look at Jordan Clarkson. Some numbers on him. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Mitchell finds Pascal. The Jazz working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Here's Clarkson. Atlanta with the rebound. Austin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Capella with a screen on Clarkson. Austin, the pass to Capella. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Clarkson. Inside, Pascal. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Royce O'Neal.
Pascal's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Who wants a t-shirt? Fans for Atlanta Hawks dancing.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them.
Thanks very much. Here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, are you getting the shots that you want offensively?
They're speeding us up a little bit, and we're making it.
David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings. And these power rankings, no doubt, derive from an intricate formula. Kenny, do you like what you see?
Yeah. Looks good enough for me.
How about you? Moving on now. Donovan Mitchell has really been... And that about wraps it up.
And as we get into this third, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Austin is out there with the and it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Great awareness by Capella to recognize the breakdown defensively.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Screen by Young. Austin, the pass to Young. And it's good for 2.
Okay, incredible body control. The will to complete the play. Young with the potential and 1.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Terrific form at the line throughout the season. 89% here.
And that one falls for Young. Here's Mitchell. 19 points in the game. And a minute play. Second half gets going. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Atlanta's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 9 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Here's Bogdanovich. A clear look for Mitchell. Again, the Jazz score.
When Donovan Mitchell gets fired up, you better watch out. We know he's capable of having a big night.
To the middle, here's Young. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. The pass to Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Mitchell. Count that one. Mitchell's got 23 points. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Boston with it. 23 points in the game. Young, good. And the Hawks lead by 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's the second personal foul.
And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan. 6'10", but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to compete defensively at that shooting guard position.
And we know what Mitchell can do offensively. But, Greg, how do you evaluate his defensive game?
And, Kevin, without question, there's room for improvement. I'd say he's probably below average, but he has the tools that if he tightens up that part of his game, the defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Conley against Young. Outside Conley. Gobert with a screen for Conley. To the inside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
Austin, the pass to Young. Count that bucket. And it's a 9-point Hawks lead.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Passes it to Conley. Here's the 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. The Hawks leading by 6. And here's Austin. 26 points for him. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number. The Jazz have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
He's a guy with all-star talent. It's been a long road for Whiteside, but he has a chance now to do something special.
Screen by Young. To the paint, and stolen by Whiteside. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room. Over Austin. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Now Austin. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Atlanta enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Jazz, the wing pair for them, Clarkson and Bogdanovich. Rudy Gobert is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assist goes to
7 points for Conley.
Masterful control by Mike Conley, keeping his eyes on the rim and nailing the shot through contact.
Austin, the pass to Young. Now Gay pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The putback, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played, and that one drops for him.
Whether it's on the drive or from the outside, Trae Young is a problem, a dangerous scorer.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. Conley with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Left side, Clarkson. Atlanta with the rebound. Gallinari's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Austin. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Austin's got 29 in the game.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Conley dishes to Clarkson. And there's a whistle. That goes RZ. It's his 3rd foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. And Hunter subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And a switcher also for Utah. Ingles is checked in. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. Gay sets the pick for Conley. 5 on the clock. Over Hunter. Another miss by Utah. The Hawks leading by 15. Young pass to Austin. And they'll get another chance. Capella finds Young out to the right wing. Doubled by Conley. Austin, the pass to Collins. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Pass to Gay. Young against Conley. The step-back jumper is good. Conley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Pass to Capella. Kicks to Austin. Capella with a screen on Ingles. Driving inside. Now here's Austin. Defended by Gobert. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Austin no luck. Jazz trailed by 16. The pass to Conley. Here's Gay. Nice ball movement by Utah. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists tonight.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
There's the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with the offense we've been seeing throughout the league this year, Steve, what are the chances someone breaks the Suns' record of 107 points and a half?
Wow, Kevin. We saw the Warriors put up 92 and a half a few years back, but that's still 15 points short. I think a team like the Warriors, the Brooklyn Nets, a few of them, if they get going from behind the three-point line, it's possible.
The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Gobert, the screen. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Drops in the layup for 2. And that's now 9 points for Rudy Gobert.
In pick-and-roll situations, Donovan Mitchell has done an outstanding job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Now here's Austin. T right on him. Into the lane. And the dunk by Austin.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Conley scanning the floor. Over Young. Conley's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 15. Now here's Austin. In the corner, it's Hunter. It's stolen by Ingles. Here's Bogdanovich, and too long on the shot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And your Atlanta Hawks basket.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Z.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Conley against Young. And there's the feed to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
To the middle, here's Young. Stolen by Mitchell. He can't get it to go. Good defensive work there by Young.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. A good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
One thing that stood out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
And he's good on the second.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 18. Gobert the screen. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 16 here in the second half. Here's Austin. And he drives in. And the dunk by Austin.
He's really cooking right now. He's having a phenomenal half.
Outside Conley. Conley sets a screen for Gobert. Mitchell outside. It's stolen by Austin. Jumps up. And Austin slams it home.
Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam King. Ball's knocked loose. Hunter with it. Conley picks him up. Austin with it. Capella with a screen on Mitchell. And the dunk by Capella.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5 even though he's a little undersized.
Here's Conley. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this league, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Ingles up top. To halt the run. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 7th assist in the game. 1:39 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And the dunk by Austin.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
When he comes in there with that tomahawk, that's just too much force. Outside Conley. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Conley. Inside, here's Mitchell. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Z.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Utah's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. Now, here's Mitchell. Defense is right there. Here's Austin. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Gobert finds Conley. Mitchell outside. And the rejection by Collins. Now here's Austin, covered by Mitchell. Pass to Young. Dishes it to Capella. Austin with it. From deep three-point range. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.